We're going to do a step back lunge, okay? I prefer when we're building a foundation to do a step back lunge. For one, it puts the posterior chain in action versus a rolling forward, a step forward lunge, a walking lunge. It puts more of the quadricep and the anterior chain into action. So we want to try and just facilitate the posterior chain. So notice I'm already standing on one leg, okay? Just like we did in our eccentric squat. You're going to hold onto a chair, a foam roller, a wall, just very gently for that motor control, because we're not challenging balance at this point. We're challenging posterior chain recruitment. So we want that glute and hamstring to kick in. Still turning on our core, posture is good, chest is open, shoulders are down and engaged. You're going to inhale as you step back, hinging at the hip of that leg that is working. The back leg has about 10% resistance, okay? We want most of the resistance in that front leg. Just being mindful, we're lifting up that foot, okay? And keeping the weight through the ankle, the big toe, and the outer portion of the heel. And we're recruiting everything up as we breathe out. So inhale, drop down. Notice my body comes slightly forward, but my hips remain neutral. In order to get a hinge, my body has to come forward. I cannot stay up straight like this. Then I recruit all of the weight into my back leg and I arch my back and my pelvis comes forward. So we have to pull, and it leans me forward and it hinges my hip, which then recruits that glute and hamstring on this side. So we're going to do 10 to 12 on one side, very light toe in the back. You'll see that as I turn to do the other side, making sure neutral as we come to the top. You're breathing out through those lips, shoulders are coming down, ribs are coming down into the body, so we're not leaving those ribs open and vulnerable. 2 more for 10. Good. So as we go and show the other side, okay, starting on that toe, hips are forward, right? So notice that that isn't even a neutral position. We start here. Glutes are flexed, chest out, shoulders back. Step back into that lunge. Notice that I hinge, come forward slightly. So my chest ends up being over top of that mid thigh, okay? I have all of the 3 points of contact with my foot. Breathing out on the way up, flexing through the glutes, pulling the core in and dropping those shoulders. Very lightweight in the back leg, because we're teaching our body to utilize that glute and hamstring, the posterior chain, as we do our lunge instead of the front of our body. Three more. You can add resistance if you want to. And slowly but surely start to challenge the balance. Once you make sure that you're recruiting the right muscles, you have that posture, the pelvis is in that position, and you have the breath down right, then we start increasing and challenging the resistance and the balance.